Welcome, everybody, to an unbelievable, fantastic, on-location face-to-face. It is here, folks. I've got Ted Boomer. We are right down, standing on the brand-new Riverfront Plaza stage. Ted, welcome.
Thanks, John.
Can you believe this? What a thrill for us to be here bringing face-to-face downtown. And I know that it's not really done, but wow, what a difference. I happened to be, our friends at Carousel had me, did an invitation, and I did the Alexander Zonjuk concert. So I was kind of physically on here. I kind of know what the vibe is to have the audience and everything, but what a thrill, eh?
Oh, it's the missing piece of the waterfront.
Now, we're looking at about a 55 by 60-something stage here, I mean, right? So tell us what this gives the artist, what they are going to experience when they're standing and performing on this stage.
Well, the minute they pull up, they know it's going to be pro because we have a loading dock. Before, we used to have a MASH unit, and they used to be dressing in the Coxton trailers, and they did a great job doing that for us. But now they walk in the door and they see all this great dressing rooms and great loading docks, and they hit the stage, and then they see the casino and the RenCen, and it's big time. San Francisco doesn't have a stage like this.
Well, it's the view too. I mean, when you're looking down here, you have Detroit on one side, you got Caesars, and then the action, and everything. So we're not done, because I know we're talking to some people from the city. There's going to be some landscaping. They're finishing up some parts. So kind of a work in progress to probably September, October, but it's going to be ready to go for Bluesfest.
Oh yeah, it's ready now. It's there's a few. It's like having a house, but you haven't put all the pictures up yet. But everything's pretty much done. The big stuff.
The big thing, too, they talked about was the acoustics. Some of the performers that have been here talking to Mike Taylor at the City of Windsor said, they feel the music. That because, I guess, before the music, I guess, would just disappear, out of the onion and into the world of make-believe. Tell us about what that means for an artist and the feedback you're hearing from people that have been here already.
Well, it's all about acoustics. I mean, we have an acoustic ceiling here, and it really does sound to a band. I mean, they get inspired when the stage sounds great. They play better. It's like a hockey team. If you got great ice, everyone skates faster, and you don't get any cheap goals, right?
Right.
You go in the south in the summertime, Florida. I mean, it gets a little funky in the corners. People are smashing and crashing. But this stage is really a beauty. It's really a beauty for sound.
And one of the things, too, that we've talked about on the show year after year, because we've talked about, but they got it right. And all the time, I'm telling everybody, I say a lot of things in 10 years on face-to-face, but the city really got it right. I mean, we had a consult group and people that ran all the festivals. They were part of all of the discussions and the planning. Local architect, local construction. Maybe tell us, because I know you were part of it, DeAngelis Construction and Mr. Woods.
Yeah, Matt Woods, a Windsor guy from Walkerville, and
was the architect, ADA.
Yeah, so it was nice because when you go out of town, I mean, he can be proud because 50 years from now, his grandchildren's grandchildren can say, yeah, my grandfather built that stage, and this waterfront is such a jewel for our city. I mean, people have been fighting back from the 50s, getting the trains out of the way, New York Central, and it's taken such a long time. And this is the last piece, and it's the most important piece because this is where the people come.
Well, let's talk about some of the things. You were part of the consulting, all the people that run other festivals.
Alex Zonjuk, he did a great job.
Alexander Zonjuk, I talked to him about this when it was with him emceeing.
Yeah, they're tired of hearing us, but they love to hear Alex.
Well, but the thing is, and the thing is, they say, what do you need? Instead of someone from Toronto saying, what I really think should be, and we have some buildings like that, but so kudos to Sadler and the group and everyone at Parks and Rec in the city and councillors, because they had to vote for all this, for getting it right, and I think the design is right, and we're hearing already the design is right. So
well, we had Paul Bonaventure, our top sound guy in town, and Alex, a world-class musician, so if you're talking to those two and get what they want, everything else falls into place. And they really listen to Paul and Alex.
Well, it's been great so far. I mean, we know that it started about September. Construction started about August, September last year, 2010. We're going to be done by the fall, I think, kind of where everyone wants everything. So how about we just take a look? You want to take a look around?
For sure. Yeah.
Well, let's take a tour. We'll be right back. Since 1939, Master Cleaners has been Windsor and Essex County's choice for service and reliability for all your dry cleaning needs. You will look your best at work, galas, and special occasions. Master Cleaners have 4 locations to serve you in the Green Valley Plaza in Tecumseh, Dougal and Cabana, Malden Road in LaSalle, and their main location on Ottawa Street across from Lansbury Park. Master Cleaners is a proud sponsor of Face to Face. So I guess every show's got to have power, so I guess this is one of the big things everyone's talking about. Tell us what we got here.
We've got enough power to run 2 Kmart's and a Walmart store.
Look at all this. All the colored buttons. And so, I mean, this has got to be every need you ever wanted in power.
And the nice thing is, John, I mean, everything, all the power goes right to the stage, very few trip points, because, you know, we got wires running all over, people trip and fall, and this is very efficient, fast, quick, easy.
You know, compare this whole stage from what you've seen and you know, with the power and the lighting and everything like this. DTE, Pine Knob, we all used to, or Meadowbrook. I mean, those same kind of capabilities and capacity we have here?
Oh, easy. This is a bigger stage at Meadowbrook. It's on par with the big shed in Colorado. It's on par with pretty much every big city who has something like this in the world. It's better than 90% of them. We have enough power here to run a 100,000 watt sound system, which is huge, and 100,000 watts plus of lighting. So pretty much any big act in the world can use this stage. And the beauty of the stage itself is that there's about 50 hang points. So you can hang, fly, they call it in the industry flying a sound system. So it gets up, the higher up, the more it throws, the more even sound. It's better for sight lines. So, I mean, you could put a Jeep on either side of the stage and raise it up. It's that powerful.
Good to know. You know, one of the things that have been always discussed with any concert, any event downtown is obviously the proximity of residents, because there are residents who live down here. How's it designed with all the cement?
Well, it's going the right way. Most of the sound, 90% is going to be on Belle Isle, so they're going to love it over there when you're having a picnic. So we're at the back of house here, and with all the cement and everything, the sound going that way, 70-80% of the sound that they used to hear is going to go that way. So it's going to be so much better.
That's
you can never make it totally silent, but it's going the right direction.
Great. Well, this is what they talked about, too. One of the things when you put a concert on, everyone's got to get here and all the equipment's got to get here. We've got loading docks. We've got a drive-in driveway, things like that. Wow.
Yeah, you can bring in 2 tractor trailers and load them in and off, and it's all on one level. You can roll right to the stage without picking anything
right
up.
In with a limousine or something.
Oh, yeah.
Right down the ramp.
Yep, exactly, John.
Well, of course, when you talk about stars and artists and performers, then we got to have a green room. And what would it be? Windsor got it right. Look, green. So this is one of 3. Am I right?
Right.
3 green rooms. But this is a pretty big.
This was designed for the Funk Brothers. You know, a big band can actually all hang together. And when it's all done, there'll be a sink, there'll be a fridge there. So
and there's showers and everything.
Yeah,
here?
there's shower. I mean, that's perfect, especially for the people working the festivals. Because a lot of time they're here 7, 8 in the morning, and they might be done at 6 o'clock, and they got to run all the way to LaSalle or Walkerville or South Windsor. By the time they come back, they're fighting for parking spots. They could just, if the band's not around, just jump in the shower. You know, change your clothes, because, I mean, 8-10 hours in the sun and humid weather and banging and crashing, they get, you know, they need a shower bath.
So I'll tell you, when you're looking at all this, I mean, I'm so impressed just seeing all the back of house here. You know, got to believe they got it right.
And it's air conditioned, so when you get one of those 92-degree days, it's going to be cool as a cucumber, which means the attitudes and everyone will be a lot nicer to each other instead of throwing plates.
We love nice in Windsor, Essex. I'm telling you, I'm taking all credit.
You should.
I am telling you, every city councilor and the mayor have
You've been hounding them. You've been hounding them for years.
I have said, how do we call ourselves Windsor, Ontario, the city of festivals, when we had that onion, the onion, that's been burned down and lit up and everything like that, and that floor. I mean, when you're a bigger person, MC and stuff like that, and you're walking on this thing, and Don Satter, don't kid me, it's not his fault, because we had him on the show too. He says, I got no budget and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
But Percy Hatfield, did you see the show?
Yes.
Percy Hatfield on the show said, and that stage thing that you talked, I said, what? I mean, I never heard that.
Yeah.
What do you know?
Well, it's I've just talked to a few people.
At the Festival Plaza we're talking about.
Yeah, it's a couple $1 million. I mean, it's, you know, it's going to put a whole new face to that. It's a brand new facility now. I mean, basically what it is, it's a parking lot with a funky stage.
Right.
That's really all it is now. But, I mean, if it's designed properly, that thing could be a little a pine knob. And that's what our vision was.
That's how we sold it to Mike Hurst. I mean, this thing, if you're going to put $70 million into an arena, put I mean, the waterfront's our most valuable tool, and it's nice to have all these other things and parks and that, but, you know, 10,000 people a night don't come down to look at a park. Or, you know, and it's part of that whole thing, but the festival site is the heart and soul of that whole waterfront.
Right.
And the more art and more culture that goes on there, the better it is for the whole thing.
And look at the festival lineups. I mean, we've had so many successful festivals in the city. Not only do yourself, of course, but what are we hearing though about the stage? Like, what are we hearing?
Well, it's
preliminary, but what are you hearing?
They're going to get, you know, architects' designs and all these things and tender it all out. But I mean, for a couple $1 million bucks, we can do some serious upgrades on that site. I mean, a fabulous new stage and maybe some back.
I need you to do something for me.
Okay.
As a guest on Face to Face from the very beginning, okay, like this, I want you to make a phone call to Don Sadler. Okay, he's probably a little busy right now.
Oh, yeah, very overtime, yeah.
Touch base with him and said, you know, I'm Ted Boomer from the Bluesfest, and I would like to be on a committee. They always have the committees in the city. We love their committees. You know, and just say, you know what, I'd like to not have, you know, have some input or discuss some ideas, because I think people that have been running a festival in the city for 15 years should at least have a voice at the table.
Well, thanks, John. Thanks.
I think that you should at least throw it out there, and if they listen.
Well, I've already got the plan. Like 11 years ago, I spent a couple $1,000 and had a buddy of mine, an architect in town, do some mock-ups. So, and you know, I mean, it's changed a little bit, but we've got the look, at least from our standpoint. And Mike Hurst and the council of the day really kind of liked it. You know, the big thing is the stage is in the wrong direction. It's got to face Shane Park instead of the other way.
Okay.
You know, I mean, you don't spit into the wind. You don't, you know, the wind is your enemy. If you're going that way, you change it, and the sun as well. So. Okay.
So please, Don Sadler, those of you in the city that watch this show, have him call Ted Boomer. Ted, you promised to call after your festival?
Yeah.
Within a month before August?
Yeah, I know where Donnie lives.
Okay. I want you to touch base with them. Give it to them, because they always like input from the community. I know all councilors and the mayor and everybody, so
that'd be great. Great.
TV Cogeco has always been truly local television, and now you're just a click away to total access. Visit tvcogeco.com to post videos and pictures of local events that matter to you. Post your public service announcements or use our website to search upcoming local events. You'll also find TV Cogeco's broadcast schedule and show information. Join our Facebook group and follow us on Twitter. Be sure to enter our contest for free concert tickets and so much more, just by visiting tvcogeco.com. TV Cogeco. Total access is just a click away.
In all the years of concerts at the river and things like that, we've had a few storms come through. I won't mention the artists that were here and we've had to pay for and everything like that. But I guess the Onion, the old stage, I mean, and any stage really, directionally, the way the storms come in, this has got to be, I think the city's taking good care of keeping the show rolling.
Yeah, it's in the right place because the storms are going to sideswipe us instead of come face on. And the square footage of the roof is so huge that you can have a big storm and the band can continue playing because they're not getting wet, so they're not getting shocked, and there's no safety issues. People would run to the tents. The show would go on. So, yeah, you're not going to see the days where a storm comes in and everything shuts down for the evening and whatever festival is bleeding red ink for the next 10 years.
Yeah, and the thing is, too, city says also, Parks and Rec said they may put some baffling and some things here to keep the rain from, drenching everything on the stage, too.
Yeah, it's going to be 1,000 times better than what we've had.
Boy, isn't this great? Rain or shine, the event goes on. The show must go on.
The show will go on, for sure, guys.
All right. You know, when you look at what we're doing here, I mean, we've lived here our whole lives. Windsor, Essex, Essex County. I mean, for these artists who've traveled around the whole world, I mean, they're going to stand here on the stage, look to the left and see the Motor City, Motown, and over the other side, one of the biggest casino conglomerates, Caesars, on the other side, and then look out and see, wow, look at all the crowds of concert fans and, festivals.